The dawn of 20th November 1962 was the darkest in the military history of independent India. The nation appeared to be in peril. The age-old belief in the impregnability of the Himalayan barrier stood shattered. The Chinese were sweeping aside the Indian army positions with ease. It seemed that nothing could stop their victorious march into India. That was the mood of the nation in late November 62, right till the point when the Chinese abruptly announced a unilateral ceasefire a day later. All that had stood in the path of the rampaging Chinese army were a few good men, Indian Jawans, sons of the soil, rifles in hand, bayonets at the ready, all set to charge out for what would be their final assault. R.I.S. Kalo was a young lieutenant in the army in 1962. Away on assignment near Lucknow, Kalo worked the system, pulled favors, to be with his men at the scene of battle, more important to him than anything else in the world. Several days later, after being ordered to retreat in the face of overwhelming odds, Kalo and his soldiers from the Grenadiers would confront a Chinese patrol. This is what happened.
I found, this was the 8th day I've told you, I found the men around me in a very disorganized fashion. Similarly, the rest of the battalion, about 200 people, were behind us. I recall having looked at a tall, strong Jat Naik Jivan Singh, and in our own rustic language of the battalion, I challenged him that a guy like him was lying down like a woman. Exactly the language that I used was Rand ki tarah let gaya Jeevan, ut. And he looked up to me and he says, "Tune marwana hi hai na saab?" And he picked up the LMG and he started charging towards the Chinese. The moment Jeevan got up, Zille got up, Risal got up, so and so got up. Everyone got up, and this group charged the Chinese. Hungry, famished, ill-equipped, ammunition down to 10 or 12 bullets, these men had the guts to charge the Chinese.
India had, in fact, lost the war against China before it began. Defending the heights in Arunachal, then the northeast frontier province, and Ladakh is extremely difficult today. Back in 1962, it was almost impossible. The Indian army was living on a prayer. The bravery of the Indian Jawan and his commitment to the izzat of his Paltan would just not be enough.
Imagine you're captain of the Indian cricket team getting set to take on the mighty Australians. Imagine then being told that the Dravids and the Tendulkars wouldn't be playing in the match and that instead you'd be given a schoolboy's 11. That was, in a sense, the plight of the Indian Army in 1962. It was completely outgunned, it was completely outnumbered, and it was inevitable that places like this, the Bomdila Pass, would ultimately fall to the Chinese. But the real story of the Indian Army back in 1962 was how that schoolboys 11 were able to fight to the last post, to the last man, to the last bullet, in delivering to the Chinese on several occasions a stinging blow.
That blow came from men like Dhan Singh Thapa, fighting in an area not far from this, the Pangong Lake in Ladakh. The stunning beauty of the region makes it hard to believe that in 1962, these slopes were covered in blood.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. faster response time, and Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.